What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to another episode of Packaged Food Reviews, the show where we do exactly what it sounds like and review packaged foods. We're going to talk a bit about the branding, design, the company, and then give all the products a taste. If you're a food entrepreneur, a designer, someone that loves snacks or packaged foods, or someone that just loves watching people eat things and taste things, you're in the right place. My name is Kyle. I am your host and partner at Visfo, a small branding and design agency that helps brands like these with visual identity and packaging design. Today we're going to be taking a look at Lee. I think that's how it's pronounced. Food reimagined for a better life. That's sweet, isn't it? They make functional food, prebiotic, better for you. I don't know what another buzzword would be. Cookies that are made from sort of healthier ingredients. They got a lot more information on their website, but one of the primary ingredients is tiger nuts, which is something that I hadn't heard of or hadn't been introduced to until this product. And it's this kind of small, like tuber root vegetable that grows on the roots of this reed plant. I'll drop a picture up here so you can take a look what that looks like. And that's one of the ingredients, sort of the main flour base that makes up these cookies. Really high in fiber, very good for you. A really beautiful branding from the website, and excited to get into these and give them a try. So yeah, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing here. Just rip this thing open with a pen. That's, the sharpest thing that was within a short radius. And let's see what they got going on. All right. So I ordered the variety pack. It comes with 4 flavors. I think they really, they offer 4 flavors currently and wanted to try all of them. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. If I get a zoom on this. This is a sweet little card. We create food that fuels your life so you can focus on the important stuff, and has a nice little note from the founder, it looks like, or I think that's who it is, Nick Naclerio. I won't read through this whole thing, but for direct-to-consumer brands and for brands that don't have the opportunity necessarily to do that more traditional marketing, this is a really nice approach to include something that's personal and talks a bit about the brand, tells that story. You can see on the outside, I should have taken a shot of that. There's branding on each side. They've got some of their taglines here, and this fun little packaging tape, which is kind of charming. And then on the interior, have information about non-GMO, keto and paleo, dairy-free, and then welcome to life. That's fun stuff. Let's pull this out here. Yeah, so this is what the packaging looks like, and it looks like they dropped just 4 of them in this box. I was actually kind of curious about what the size would be. I mean, I knew the net weight when I purchased the products, but how they would use this packaging, and it felt like kind of a big box. But, at the end of the day, when you're ordering a ton of boxes, you want to kind of keep a singular size. It makes your operations really easy, and helps just streamline everything and keep the cost down. So totally get it there. And yeah, we'll put these out on the table and start getting a taste. All right, so I've got all the products lined up here. First thing you'll notice is really bright, fun color palette, typography and illustration style, super playful, really evokes that sort of vibrancy of the brand. I think a lot of the sort of better for you or natural or healthful food brands do a great job of this, and Emily is no exception, where they have this opportunity because they're creating or redefining a product or a product category that they can be themselves and they can, push the limits a little bit beyond what people are expecting, sort of the norm for the category. And especially in the direct-to-consumer world, having a brand that is going to look really visual or be very visual and very vibrant across digital mediums. Also, once it's in hand at home and something that's easy to recognize when it's in your pantry, is a really powerful tool. And so they've done a great job here. I think the one thing that I did notice is that there's a lot of information on these packages. And again, could get back to that idea of with a direct-to-consumer focused brand or a sort of new brand, wanting to make sure that all the information and any information a consumer might need to know about your product to feel comfortable with it, to be more engaged with it, is something that they'll need to either find online or find on the packaging. And so there's a lot of information here. And this is probably a good thing in this case. However, as this brand matures, it'd be interesting to see if they're able to sort of dial that back and sort of refine based on what they find is important to their consumers, because it does feel a bit busy. As you can see on the front, your eye is trying to figure out where exactly to go. I think that the actual brand mark itself at the top here gets a little bit lost in sort of the chaos in a way. And then on the side and on the back of the packaging, as well as next to the nutrition facts, there just isn't a lot of white space. Not necessarily a bad thing, but in terms of engaging with that information in a way that feels logical and easy to understand, there is quite a bit there. So good job, and very, very functional and effective. And obviously the brand is doing great things, visually and definitely stands out. But curious to see kind of how this product and how this brand evolves over time. So I've got the 4 flavors, and I'm going to crack these things open and give each of them a taste. Let's get into it. So first I'll go for the blueberry shortbread soft cookie. Oh, interesting. Okay. If you haven't noticed by now, interesting is one of my favorite words. So they come in these individual packets. And I don't know what this is made out of, but it has this very nice feel. And so once again, the nutritional information, the brand story looks like is here. Got nutritional information on the back. So it's all sort of repeated on these sleeves, on these pouches. Let me crack one open here. Oh, they've got a little tear tab. Does it work? Kind of. Let's try this side. Oh, there we go. Easy enough. Whip. Yeah, so right off the bat, smells very, very classic blueberry, almost like a really moist, good blueberry muffin that you get at a bakery. Yeah, really, really liking that. It smells very very cookie-ish, so to be expected. Show you that there. Really, really good texture. Quite sweet, actually. I think the ingredients have some monk fruit in it, as well as sugar, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, monk fruit extract, as well as concentrated apple juice as a sweetener. A really nice sweet flavor, super moist. It almost has similarities like a Fig Newton, but a lot better. Really wonderful kind of grainy texture to it, like you'd want out of a bran or a bran muffin, or like a really good sort of whole wheat cookie. Lots of blueberry flavor. I mean, as far as say like a better for you cookie goes, and getting those aspects of a cookie that can often get lost when you try to make something healthy. This is really, really quality. Probably one of, if not the best sort of alternative cookie that I've ever had. Just the moisture of it, the texture. I mean, it feels like there's a lot of a lot of butter in it, although there's none. They use coconut oil, almond butter, and yeah, it just melts in your mouth. Really sweet, really, really tasty. Really sweet, but not too sweet. All in all, the blueberry shortbread flavor exceeded my expectations. All right, let's get into the next flavor here. So this is sweet almond, and same approach. They come 3 in a box, at least in this case. So you get 6 cookies in each pack. And I think the total for the 4-pack was $20 plus shipping, so something like $25. Although I know shipping prices are going up now. Crack this one open. There we go, getting into it. All right. So you can take a look here. You know, big chunks of almond in there. Let's give it a taste. Again, this wonderful grainy texture, really fibrous, really wholesome, but then the flavor is like somewhere between a pastry, like a breakfast pastry kind of thing, so like a really, really moist, dense muffin, and a like almond financier in this case. If you're not familiar, that's like a small sort of, it can be different sizes, but it's like a French sort of pastry made from almond flour. And again, just exceptional flavor. This one tastes a little less sweet than the blueberry, which I'm kind of liking. It's more of a cakey, just a bit more cakey too. Maybe a little bit less, what's dessert-like. This is really, really, really tasty stuff, and good job to Lee for figuring out this formulation, because must have worked hard on it, and it's paying off. All right, so the next flavor is the dark chocolate chip soft cookie. Here's the dark chocolate, so definitely a bit more color to it. Again, nice chocolate chips throughout, and has this very sort of cakey and moist texture. Really on point. I'm not a huge chocolate fan, but this is really good stuff. It almost has like a cookie dough texture flavor to it, like you would find in ice cream, like a more of like a battery type flavor. Oh yeah. Again, a wonderful sort of chewy texture. Like feels healthy, like you kind of have to work for it in a way. This one is a little bit sweet, so I'd say of the three flavors so far, this one definitely has the most perceivable sweetness. But again, really, really good. Last but not least, we've got the banana chocolate chip. And I gotta say, I'm a big fan of banana and pastries, so excited to try this one out. As I'm eating these though, I will say you don't need more than 2. That third one was a lot, so this fourth is gonna be like more than enough. And you'll see here, this one's a bit darker, very similar to the dark chocolate chip. I would say this one's the least successful out of the 3. Flavors didn't quite meld together as well. Still delicious. Definitely, if someone's looking for that sort of banana chocolate combo, it's fully there, but feeling like it could use a touch more, maybe banana-ishness or banana-ness, if that's a word, or a bit more of that like cakiness from that I was getting in the sweet almond and in the blueberry. It was just a bit more lift to it. This feels a bit more dense. Maybe that's because of the banana. Banana is a very like starchy component, or a starchy ingredient rather. So that could be what's doing it. But yeah, put that away. These are getting very filling. So they're nutrient dense, and that's what it is. But all in all, really, really, really good stuff. Super glad I tasted these, and very excited to see where this company goes. I'm glad that products like these, that have this sort of fun, playful packaging and feel like, oh, it's another modern direct-to-consumer brand, or is this going to deliver, really come through? Because this is something that if I saw this in a grocery store, I would actually buy without hesitation when I'm looking for a sweet treat. All in all, really, really tasty stuff. Would highly recommend giving these a try, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to Umlee in the future. If you like this episode, please subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.